Hello friends, welcome to this session of R programming. In this session, we are going to learn how ggplot works. We will dissect code of a publication ready plot line by line to learn how ggplot works. This is the data, and it's clear from the data that we can't understand easily trends and patterns in the data. Human eye is not accustomed to understand numbers and data tables. We can understand graphs and figures very well. ggplot is based on grammar of graphics. It builds graph bit by bit. We start with data, then we specify variables to be used as axis and specify the geometry to show the points. The next step is enhancement. We map a variable to color attribute of the geometric shape. Then we map size to another variable or the same variable. The size of the geometric shape will be determined by this variable now. ggplot automatically adds legend to differentiate the categories or attributes based on the variables mapped to the size and color. Here we have further enhanced the plot to make it lollipop plot. We have added the segments to connect the points to the x-axis labels. Up to this point, the data is not arranged in ascending or descending order. Because of this, we cannot understand who have performed better and who have performed less. For that, we will reorder the x variable according to the value of the y variable. And this is the result. Now, we can clearly classify students according to their performance. Theme defines overall appearance of the plot. Here, we have used the predefined theme. Many predefined themes are available in ggplot2. Many packages are also there which will give you more predefined themes. You can decide your own themes also. Here we have used theme black and white. Here you can appreciate that the gray background has disappeared and box has appeared around the plot. And that's the specification of the theme black and white. At this stage, we have removed the legend. For this, we have manipulated the theme element. Here we have added annotations to make the information more obvious to the audience. We have added mean and median lines. And at the next stage, we have added the legend to these two lines so that audience will understand which line corresponds to mean and which line corresponds to median. This is the final plot, a nice, beautiful publication ready plot. And this is the code for that plot. This code appears complicated initially, but it's not. Believe me, we will start building that. This is the code which we are going to dissect out and find out how ggplot2 works. Here I have read the data file from the source. This is the path and read CSV function I used to read the file. And I stored the imported file into df sum, data frame sum. We'll run that. Data frame sum has been imported. Then we'll install the packages ggplot2 through this command, or we can go to tools, install packages. We will type the package name here, ggplot2 install. I have installed it earlier, therefore I will not install again. Cancel it and run the library ggplot2 to bring the ggplot2 functions in memory. And now we'll run this plot. This is the code for the plot, ggplot function and all those. And this is the plot which we will get. One by one, we'll dissect out this line. The first thing, for a plot, we require the ggplot function. Therefore, I will remove all this information and we'll remove this plus sign also, and just this line. This is the first line of our ggplot code. Whenever you start typing ggplot code, you will write this ggplot function first and will provide it the name of the data frame. This data frame we have provided here in the function. I will run that and you will see just the gray background. Nothing is added. To add that, we require the aesthetics, that AES. And in AES, we'll give the x-axis name and the y-axis is mean score. We'll run that and we'll see what happens. Okay, when we specified the axis, we have got here the scales. Y-axis has the scales, x-axis has the scale variable. Now, to this, we'll add geom point. No points are plotted here because we haven't specified the geom. We'll specify the geom here, and this extra information I am removing. I will run this. Now here you got the geom. You got the points plotted at their respective coordinates. Now, I want to color those. For coloring, we will map variable name to the color attribute. I will type color in AES, in aesthetics of ggplot, to get globally applied. This color will get applied to whole code. Therefore, I will write here color is equal to variable name, and we'll run that. Now, point had got the colors, and legend is also. Next thing which I want to do is I want to specify size, and that size I want to map to the score, this mean score. That I will do aesthetics of the geom. I will not do the globally because that will get applied to all the objects, all the geometric objects. Therefore, I want those to get applied to geom point only. Therefore, here in AES of geom point, I will attribute size to variable mean score. Whenever you want to map a variable to an attribute of plot, you need to declare that into aesthetic. And now we will see what happens. Size of the point is determined by the aesthetics. Then we will have to add the segments, and this is the code to add the segments. I will copy this just here. That is the geom segment, and geom segment takes aesthetics again. That x end is there. X aesthetics is by default, it will take this A1, and x end for that aesthetics is the same one. Okay. Y is equal to the 20, the starting point I am giving it, and y end is equal to mean score. This will be the y end, and the segment will be drawn like this: A2, this point, B2, this point, like this. And I will remove this plus sign, will run that. The segments have got added, but these segments are not reordered properly. Okay, when we reorder that, we can see the patterns very easily. To reorder, we will reorder this name variable in the x-axis, and for that we will use the code reorder, and we'll reorder according to this mean score. Therefore, I will copy this mean score and will paste that here, and we'll put the bracket. Take care of commas and all those things. Reordering is there. If you want to order it descendingly, you can put minus sign to the ordering variable, that is mean score variable, and you can see that that's got descendingly arranged. We'll remove that. Next thing this plot require is the title axis titles, and these axis titles here, default titles are taken, but the default titles are not correct. Therefore, we will add those explicitly. Next layers I will remove to understand effect of this. This is the labs. In labs layer, we will add title. Here title is equal to, in inverted code, performance of class. Subtitle is there, MCQ based exam. X is equal to name of student, and Y is equal to score 30. And caption is also there. I don't have caption here, therefore I have put the dummy thing. And we will appreciate where those appear. Here the performance of class title is there, subtitle is there. These are the score 30 is the y-axis, name of student, and it's a dummy caption. You can have the title to the legend also, but here we don't want the legend. But if you want for title of the legend, we have attributed color. Therefore, color is equal to name of student. We can give that size. Size is another attribute which we have mapped. We can label that legend for the size, mean score, and we can run that. And here legend is very lengthy. Here mean score can be there, and these 20 names are there. Those cannot be accommodated. Therefore, this legend title will be at the top, and we don't want that actually. In the progress of the plot, we'll remove that. Now, this appearance is gray background and all those is actually, I don't like that. Therefore, I will apply a predefined theme BW there, and we'll run that. This overall appearance will change here, and this background is white now, and box is there around the plot. We can have another themes also. One theme is theme class C. and we'll run that. Then theme classic, these boundaries are not there, just x-axis, y-axis is there, and again background is white. Many other predefined themes are there, or you can have your own themes also. Okay. This legend is redundant because same information it is conveying, therefore we'll remove the legend. And this another code, theme legend.position is equal to none, will remove the code legend. The legend is removed. You can have legend positioned at top also if you require. That legend will be at top. This here the legend is there. Okay, this is the title of the legend name. This is the title of mean score which we specified in the labs. You can have that to left also. And many of the things which are non-data attributes you can control through theme. Bottom and right is the default position. We will not probe the right position. And then we'll add that the annotation line to show mean. And this is for that geometric H line, y-intercept is equal to mean, df sum that we have provided. Df sum is required because here we are not putting that into aesthetics. Therefore, it will not take this as data frame and it will show error. Therefore, you have to provide that from which data frame this mean score vector is coming. And we have provided that. And line type is equal to dashed, color is equal to red. You can have different colors also, different line types also as per your requirement. Yes. And then next thing, we'll add the median line in the same way. We can copy the same code to apply the median line. Median line color is blue to contrast it from the mean line. Now it appears that the significance of these lines, we don't know which is the mean line or which is the median line. The audience will not know that. And for that we'll add the annotation. And that annotation I will add again as a layer here. This annotation, I will remove the next layers. And here in the annotation, I will run that it's a geom text is there, label is equal to, in inverted code, that mean is there, dash line. Next inverted code, dash line median is there. Then x position of annotation, that is 14.8 for mean and 15 for median. Y position 27 for mean and 27.5 for median. And this C is required because it's a vector. It's a two-membered vector because we want to put two annotations there, two text annotations there. For color also, C is required, C function, that is combined function to declare vector, and two values, red and blue are there. Red is for mean and blue is for median. We'll run that. You can see here that median mean annotation is there. Now these values I need to correlate with the y-axis to find out how much score H has done, how much A has scored, how much B has scored. I have to do some effort, and the goal for plotting shall be the audience shall not have to do any effort. Therefore, I will add this geom text here. I will remove this line and we'll see the effect of this entire code now. This is actually a full code for the plot, for the good plot. And it says that it require the missing aesthetics label. That label will put into the ggplot function. Label is equal to, and we want to label it with mean score. And as we are there in the aesthetics of ggplot, we don't have to add that df dollar here. I will run that, and those labels are there. And here I have done this one, vertical adjustment. Horizontal adjustment also you can do, and vertical adjustment also you can do to avoid overlap or to place the labels exact at the position where you want those to. Scale color redis is there. Colorblind friendly palette. Many palettes are there, and those palettes you can search on Google how to change these palettes to different palettes. Okay. This legend.position I will change from none to make this graph very good, satisfactory or publication ready, as this information is redundant one. We don't want that. Therefore, legend.position none will remove this, and the plot has been removed. This is the complete plot. If you want to fill feel like adding something, some more components to make this more easy to read, you can add those. Okay. Layer by layer addition is there, intuitive addition is there, grammar of graphics is there. By learning few verbs and few words, you can build a very elegant plot bit by bit. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, and share this with your friend. And if you have any doubt, you can directly mail me or comment that in comment box. Thank you.